A local musician streams his own murder live on Facebook. Tonight, we're digging into who he was and who pulled that trigger.
Are Georgia lawmakers getting in the way of multi-million-dollar businesses interested in coming to Atlanta? We'll take a look at both sides.
A CDC scientist is still missing. We retrace his last known steps and dig into what really happened to him.
A liquid gold rush in Georgia. 11 Alive investigates an overcharging scheme that impacts vulnerable patients. But first tonight, breaking developments in the case of an Atlanta musician who Facebook Lived his own murder. The details behind the bizarre killing of Prentice Robinson are chilling. And tonight we've learned police are speaking to a person of interest in his shooting. You know, Ron, many of us watch Facebook Live for the unexpected, but no one obviously expected this. Did the fact that he was on Facebook Live play any part in this?
Possibly. And Vinny, we just got this mugshot coming into the newsroom. This is a picture of Douglas Cleveland Colson. This is the mugshot from 2010, and all we know at this point is police want to talk to this guy, and it appears Robinson was having some sort of beef with someone on Facebook. Now, this all happened outside Charlotte, North Carolina, where Robinson lives, and I just want to warn everyone, the video you're about to see is quite disturbing.
Trust me, not my family.
55-year-old Prentice Robinson is live on social media in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's venting to his Facebook viewers about some guy he claims assaulted him and stole his property. Listening to the conversation, there's no love lost between the two, and he's letting his followers on Facebook know it.
Trust me, not my family. Monroe. He mad at me because I done exposed his punk in Monroe. And I'm exposing you for eating all Monroe.
As he continues to walk along, little does he know that he's just moments away from breathing his last breath. Now listen as he approaches his killer and has a conversation with him, letting him know his assailant is on Facebook Live.
If he see you, he gonna lock ass up. Ass kid, you don't lie. You don't lie. You don't lie. You don't lie.
After the shooting, watch as the shooter jumps over Robinson's body, running away.
And just shot him.
We visited Robinson's last known address in Atlanta. Most don't remember him, but are shocked about his murder.
No, anytime you got a life that been took for nothing is evil, man.
And once again, within the last 30 minutes, police say they want to speak to a guy by the name of Douglas Cleveland Colson. We have a picture of him on our Facebook page, and we're asking all of our viewers out there to please share it.
All right, thanks, Ron.
Sure.
Also developing tonight, a local high school basketball team benched, disqualified from the state playoffs after half the team is found to be ineligible. Alex Glaze is here with the story 11 Alive has been investigating.
Yeah, that's right, Vinny. The Georgia High School Association confirmed all of this just a few hours ago. The GHSA found Tucker guilty of recruiting and using undue influence to get players. The team is ruled to have been playing several ineligible players this season. That means a big shakeup in the Class 6A tournament bracket. With Tucker out, Grovetown High will play Bradwell Institute on Wednesday for a spot in the quarterfinals.
All right, thanks, Alex. All right, let's check in with Ron with some of the other top stories in our speed feed.
Yeah, that's right, Vinny. And this first story is touching thousands of people out there. A plea for help that's been shared more than 9,000 times on Facebook. Chastity Foster is a mom from Augusta, Georgia, who lost her teenage daughter, Shaylin, in a car crash last month. Well, the pair always ran the Princess Half Marathon at Disney World. So this year, Chastity decided to run in her daughter's honor, but during the race, she lost a necklace containing her daughter's ashes. Now she's begging social media to help her track down her precious memory. Well, the official week of mourning for Billy Graham's death began today. The faithful filed to pay respects as Billy Graham's body lay in repose at his library in Charlotte, North Carolina, including former President George W. Bush and his wife, Laura.
If there's such a thing as a humble shepherd of the Lord, Billy Graham is that person.
Former President Bill Clinton is also paying respects tomorrow before Graham's body is moved to the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday. Well, this guy right here, he's off the streets tonight, folks, in DeKalb County. He's in the jail, accused of trying to kidnap a high school student. Police say 60-year-old Alvin Joyner forced a girl into his car earlier this month, and police are working to confirm his Joyner is actually linked to 3 similar complaints filed in December. And the owner of a pizza delivery business accused of trying to get rid of his competitor by trying to kill him, rear-ending the man's SUV and trying to push him into oncoming traffic. His last name is Rashid here. He's now facing some serious charges. The Clayton County DA says Rashid's family has a history of violence. Rashid's father was convicted 7 years ago of murdering his daughter for shaming the family when she tried to get a divorce.
Tonight, national backlash after Delta Airlines is threatened by Georgia politicians for losing its $40 million tax break if it doesn't reinstate its relationship with the NRA. In the last few hours alone, people like Democratic Texas House Representative Joaquin Castro replying directly back to Georgia Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle's threat by saying it sounds like official repression. And stars Mark Ruffalo and Deborah Messing added their voice, saying Delta is doing the right thing and that Cagle is threatening is against the law. Others backing Delta by offering up their cities for the airline to move to and bring Amazon's attention to the issue as Atlanta is on its short list for its second hub. And a tissue found what's going on at the legislature is causing some potential business backlash for Atlanta.
Vinny, that's right. What this is showing us is that the decisions our lawmakers make could have a ripple effect on our economy, and there is a lot on the line here. But there are some lawmakers who say staying true to their conservative values will not compromise the state's stellar business record.
I'm tired of conservatives being kicked around on our values, and it's time that we stand up and fight.
A stiff punch delivered by gubernatorial candidate Casey Cagle could knock a Delta tax exemption deal worth $40 million completely out. The message was loud and clear. Play nice with us, and we'll play nice with you. On the other hand, Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams is praising Delta. So this tit-for-tat battle seems to have opened the door for Delta to consider a new home. Over Twitter, offers for Delta to move their headquarters to a state that will respect them more came from Minnesota and New York. Delta has not responded to any of the offers. Former Senator Rick Jeffries says a move will never happen.
And they're not leaving the #1 airport in the world. I mean, they're not doing it.
If they did, it would be a major hit to Georgia's economy. As of 2015, the airline reported employing 33,000 employees across the state, making it our largest employer, and contributing $300 million annually to the local and state governments. The fallout with Delta and the NRA comes after another controversial bill passed in the Senate. This one threatening Georgia's growing film and television industry. The adoption bill, which would allow faith-based adoption agencies the right to refuse same-sex couples, has at least one showrunner calling for all production to stop. Quote, if this dumb bill becomes law, let's be done filming television shows in Georgia.
It was the minority leader, the Democratic leader, when the religious freedom bills first started popping up. And without exception, we heard from the business community, particularly from the film and TV industry, that those bills signal discrimination and bigotry and would make Georgia a hostile place for them to do business.
Last year, the film industry brought $9.5 billion into the state. This year could be a repeat, with dozens of production projects already slated for April, including the third installment of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. But the biggest threat of all could be the potential loss of the Amazon HQ2. $5 billion in construction and about 50,000 high-paying jobs. Jeffries says Georgia's business track record can speak for itself.
Well, Amazon knows who we are. I mean, we're the #1 state to do business for the last 5 years in a row, so I don't think this hurts it one bit.
So these are clearly issues that are divided along party lines, and we heard from several candidates for governor because they will inherit how the economy is left after Governor Deal leaves office this year. And based on what we've seen online from viewers, these issues could be driving forces in their campaigns, Vinny.
All right, thank you, Natisha. A single patient racking up $95,000 in urine tests paid for with Georgia tax dollars. How a proposed bill could help protect your hard-earned money. And Georgia makes the top 10 of most hateful states. How do we wind up at the top of the bottom? We're breaking down the data.